Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. Men of Reddit, what's the hardest thing to explain to women? Why I don't know what the fuck my best friend is up to in life even after hanging out with him all day. I chat with my friend for an hour on the phone. We talk about video games, sports, etc. He's been my friend from high school and we were best men in each other's weddings. So, after the call, my wife says, "What's going on with his family?" I don't know. You didn't talk about his family. Look. I'm sure they're fine. If they weren't he would have told me. Yeah, the whole no news is good news thing. Generally, I'm not interested in talking about things that are 100% status normal. Fucking this. How's Dave? What? I have no idea. Didn't you just play 2 hours of CS, go with him? Yeah. He seems alright. Well, he can't clutch for shit, I know that. Why my husband bothers telling me information about our friends is the world's greatest mystery. Corey's moving apparently. Oh, where to? Idk. But like moving out of the city. Did he get a job somewhere? When's he leaving? Idk, he just said he's moving. This is oddly specific to my situation. My name is Corey, and I am moving soon, lol. We can hang out with other guys all day and not talk about anything personal or of substance. I think women tend to share more of this stuff with each other. What's going on in their relationships, career, etc. While guys tend to not share this kind of stuff with each other so often. We will every now and then. But a lot of time we tend to kind of keep things on the surface. I've just had so many of these kind of conversations. So how's Jeff doing? He's doing well. Is he still going out with Amada? I actually don't know. Well, didn't you guys hang out all day? Yay. What did you talk about? Nothing really, just kind of whatever. Isn't he your friend? One of my best friends. Bill all had a great bit about this. I was at the gym the other day working out with my buddy. My buddy Joey. And he goes, "Hey, man, I'm getting a divorce." I said, "Wow, that sucks. Can you spot me?" That was our whole conversation. So then I go home to my wife, and I say, "Hey, Joey is getting a divorce." She goes, "Oh, my God. What happened?" I dunno. What do you mean you don't know? Is she cheating on him, is he cheating on her? Again, I'm not holding anything back here, I don't know. She goes, "Bill, someone tells you they're getting a divorce and you don't ask any questions." And I go, "Well, that's because he didn't ask me a question. He didn't say, 'Hey Bill, what do you think about me getting a divorce?' He said, 'I'm getting a divorce,' which said to me, 'I require no further input on your part.' If he had said, 'What do you think about me getting a divorce?' I'd have said, 'Well, you're gonna be dating again, so you should work on your abs.' As a man whose friend recently told him he's getting a divorce. Friend, I found out Trina cheated on me. We're getting a divorce. Me, wow, that sucks. You my boy and I got your back, so just hit me up if you need anything. Friend, 8, bet. End of conversation. My wife once asked, "What do you guys talk about when you are out playing disc golf all day?" To which I answered, "Disc golf." As a female I can appreciate this and not understand that at all. I was at home, when my wife and her friends got home one day from the pub. They were all giving me funny looks and smirking. I asked what was going on. They at first refused to tell me. After a little while of prodding, one of them goes, "I heard all about your dick." And they all broke into laughter. I was a little taken by surprise but laughed and said something like, "Oh yay. Hopefully all good." And they laughed, and that was the end of it. After they left, I was like, "What the hell did you tell them?" And my wife responded by saying how she told her friends about our vigorous romps on our honeymoon in Mexico, apparently in great detail. We were there for a week and probably had sex about 3 times a day. We were both pretty sore when we got home. We had an all-inclusive, so we ended up getting day drunk and got pretty physical with each other as you do on a honeymoon. She was like, "Whatever, you probably tell your friends all about us when it's just the boys. I don't know about you guys, but the extent of what I ever say is usually a raised eyebrow and something like, 'Oh yay booey.' I have never once described my wife's body to a single one of my friends, nothing in detail about any of my sexual partners, from before my wife, and it blew her mind. Apparently girls talk in great detail about it, guys usually don't. And they assume we do, and we assume they don't. I don't know about you guys. Back in my promiscuous days, here's how the conversation would go with my friends. Did you end up banging her last night? Yup. Nice. Tongue. Yeah. Cool. Asterisk eat pizza. Dudes talking about sex is me and X did it, how was it? Pretty dope, nice, and that's it. Whenever I talk with other dudes, this is pretty much the extent. There might be the occasional she has the greatest ass or best blowjob ever, but that's not often and is as far as it gets detail-wise. When I talk with my women friends, I learn things that I would never, in a million years, think to ask. That we don't know every detail about everyone else in my life. When I mention I hung out with someone, my mom will ask me what their wife does for a living and can't understand that it didn't come up in conversation. I don't even know what my brother does for a living, and we're roommates. And they were roommates. You know, I remember telling my mum about my first crush in junior high, and she started asking questions about the girl's eye color and hair, and I'm really awkwardly saying I don't know, and meanwhile my internal monologue is something like, I don't know any of this. Should I know these things? Am I dumb because I don't know these things? I just thought she was cute and fun to be around, lol. Best answer I have ever heard about someone's eye color was from Dharma and Greg. The mom says, what color are my eyes? And dad responds, lovely, and she still gets pissed. I thought it was a smart response. Wife immediately asks me the color of her eyes. That's basically how it goes. The fact that we can ride in a car with another man for 5 hours and not say a word drives my wife crazy. I drove 400 miles with my father to go see my sister, and most of our conversation topics were about when we will stop and eat something and how good our meals were. And there's nothing wrong with that. At all. Nicest moment of an early date I've had was a girl falling asleep in a car on a really twisty bit of road on a 2-hour journey. I was so content just having her sit there, comfortable enough in my company to snooze, driving nice and slow so I didn't wake her up, looking over occasionally to make sure she was okay, and seeing her being all cute and stuff. Actually, that's my input for this thread. Many of us are easily satisfied as long as we're not being messed around. Edit, thanks for the gold, and for the nice warm words and stories. Thinking about this story has me kinda sad again, so those are really nice. To those of you inclined to make jokes about murdering women, please don't, just this one time. Please just use that time to appreciate a wholesome moment of your own instead. When you say, does this outfit look okay? And we say yes, you look stunning, and you reply, well, you would say that. Half my brain thinks please believe me because you do look stunning, and the other half thinks WTF did you ask me for if you aren't going to believe me. Edit, thanks for all the replies and upvotes folks. Just woke up and noticed I had many replies. I should add that this was just a generic example. I do tell my wife she's is beautiful. I do say things like yes, that color really sweets you, to try and help put her mind at ease. We've been together for 20+ years and are really strong together, so she knows I think she's amazing. Some of your replies really made me laugh. Cheers all, have a good day. Yeah, my wife would always say, you're supposed to say that. And I'm like, no, you really are beautiful. But, apparently, if a 17-year-old boy compliments her, she'll ride his dick. Shit just went from 0 to 100 pretty quick. I don't always want to be the one that initiates sex. It makes me feel like a creep. Not even that, but maybe I want to feel wanted and sexy for once. Edit, I hate people who edit to thank for awards, but you/my native told me I'm sexy and that made my day. Give an upvote for it. You are sexy. Edit, thank you. But don't reward me. I'm nobody. Vote for your principles this election. It doesn't necessarily make me feel like a creep, but it makes me think the girl doesn't actually want sex most of the time. When a girl does ask for sex or initiates it in her own way, it makes it so much more fun for me and takes out a lot of the anxiety and stress that sometimes surrounds sex in a relationship, because it really does feel like a two-sided give and receive situation. That just because I'm quiet in your presence doesn't mean I'm upset. Just means I'm either tired, don't have anything to say, or I'm thinking about something. Or as established in the rest of the comments, it could also mean you're thinking about nothing. Or as pointed out above, I am thinking of something you probably don't want to hear about. Like who would win in a fight, Theos or the Witch King of Agma? You can pop a boner without being aroused. You can get a boner even when you are nervous. Heck, sometimes I can't get a boner when I'm aroused. And sometimes I get one because I'm hungry. Sometimes I'll get a boner due to boredom, like my body just senses it and goes, here buddy, play with this. Boners are weird. Here buddy, play with this. Why can I relate to this on literally every level?